I'm appreciative of this opportunity. So let's just get into it. Hitta.
Yeah, hit it three times. People just call me 3 times sometimes. You can call me Brandon too. You feel me? My real name, cause that's who I really am. You know what I'm saying? But hit it 3 times stemmed from my old name, my old rap name. That used to be Hard Hitter. You know what I'm saying? I got songs under that name too, and then I switched it because I came out with albums called Hit It 3 Times, and it was like an alter ego thing.
So tell me about who you are and your background.
Uh, Basically born in San Francisco. Um, Moved to Vallejo when I was 9 years old. Uh, Been here ever since. Never lived anywhere else. Parents were still together. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. Thank God. You know what I mean? And just trying to make a way. I always knew I was gonna work for myself. You know what I'm saying? I always knew because pops always instilled that in me. Like never work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And so I always knew that I was gonna have to open up a business of some sort. You know what I'm saying? And sell something. So I started selling beats, making beats, and that got me through some tough times, and start getting big names and stuff like that. The Jacka was the first artist that ever, first big artist that ever got on my beat. You know what I'm saying? That was a big moment, like a long time ago. And I hold on to that because he basically, it couldn't have been no better. You know what I mean? If anybody knows anything about the Jacka, like he always giving people opportunities and always hopping on young new artist stuff. And yeah, he was the first one to hop on one of my beats that had a big name. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it was like Keek the Sneak and just so on and so forth. And,
Kobe, Nesta Farrell, Clyde Carson, Mozzie.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? And now I've been putting more work into my own songs. You feel me lately? Because that was my producer career. You know what I'm saying? So now I've been dropping my own songs and trying to build a household name and a real brand. You know what I'm saying? While still making beats and doing the same thing, trying to get them out there too. Don't stop nothing.
Right.
So I don't know if that describes me in a whole nutshell, but it's a whole lot. Like the story it's a lot. We be here all night.
Definitely. Now, how old are you?
I just turned 30.
Okay, so
right?
30.
I got my first gray hair. You feel me on my chin, and
okay.
I ain't even want them to cut it. You feel me?
Then, right? 90s baby.
Yep, 1990. You know what I'm saying? It was in my whole childhood was San Francisco. My grandma and them stayed in Lakeview. Little house, you know what I'm saying, where my mom grew up, and just the whole, black story of living in the Bay, move around, you start off in the city or Oakland, and then you end up moving up north.
Right.
Buying a big house because, babies having babies, we need yard. We need one of these Vallejo houses with the yard, and you know what I mean? You know how I go.
Right.
Typical Bay Area story.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely you got ties with your family, like you're close to your family.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my mom and my daughter is basically everything to me. My auntie Rose, cousin Carla, her kid. My auntie Rose kids. My grandparents. Like I got the family. We used to be real closer. Like when I was actually a kid, but now everybody's like spread out, and some stay in Sac, some stay in Pittsburgh.
Definitely.
Yeah, we see each other on holidays. But I got some family in Vallejo too, though, that I see every day. Like the family that is here, I see them I fuck with them every day. Like it's really all family business, like the whole business. Like I don't know if you ever heard of slow motion Or it's these other clothing line I be posting with the hyena on it. That's their slow motion. That's actually my big cousin's brand. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole. And we partner up on a lot of things like that. You know what I'm saying? With the closing exchange game. You know what I'm saying? It could be in that older voice you need sometimes. Yeah, family is everything. Honestly, like I don't even really fuck with a lot of people. That's like facts. Like
Same for me. I
I'll
don't have
be to the neck. Yeah.
no time at all.
Yeah.
It's really about your team. Like a lot of people don't realize just that if you have a solid team, then all you can do is flourish. All you have to do is water that foundation,
Yeah.
and I mean at this point, families we should strive to want that. Like,
Yeah.
but so much that we could talk about on that note as well.
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
A lot of us do want it, and a lot of us are striving for it. I'm starting to see that more than ever. Like people are striving for it and showing it off. That everybody's excited about. You know, having that real family structure, and kind of keep it together, whether it stay together or not. Like I see people trying a lot more. Our generation. I don't know if you the same age as me, but basically that this generation, I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't really say nothing. Like, there's gonna be bad fruit everywhere. It's gonna be, it's always gonna be the other side. You know what I'm saying? And some bad apples and shit. But what's understood don't even gotta be said.
Prospering. You could
Yeah.
prosper in silence. Be humble.
Right.
Like we good. We chilling. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
everybody in their drama. Okay, so new music. You just dropped some new music. King shit only.
Yeah.
And so you're saying that this is the first time that you've been working on your individual project.
It's not the first time. I got some solo projects from like years ago that still was quality A1, you know, good like R&B, hip hop type shit, you know what I'm saying? And but now I took a break, you know what I'm saying? I just took a break, fucking kind of start losing the love for the music, you know what I'm saying? Going through other shit. And then I refound the love, you know what I'm saying? I
Always gonna
relearned the
find it
business,
back.
and yeah. It found me, you know what I'm saying? Like just changing my circle and changing like the way I think, and then just wanting to like put my new thoughts out there. Like now it's like, nah, they need to hear what I'm talking about now. Like they really they need this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what got me on it. It just kind of felt like, man, this is my voice. It's the only thing they ain't took from us. You know what I'm saying? They stripped everything else, but it still got his voice, and I got to leave my testament. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we kind of got. Like, you know what I mean? So that's really what got me making more music, and it's more positive now. Like it's more like the titles are like love yourself and gather around, and what I'm saying, it's just more direct, like more to the point now. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
that love yourself. Explain what that is.
Yeah, love yourself. This is a movement. Yeah, if you don't love yourself, you can stay over there. You can at least come over here and try to. You feel me? But honestly, it's a real story behind that. Like nobody really knows. It just kind of just popped up. But it's some shit where my daughter. I have a daughter. She's 12. She getting older. She's starting to really need to you know function in the world as like she's about to be a teenager, like for real. And she's gonna need bank accounts and phones. So we got our iPhone, and somebody, after a while, she had the phone like a couple months, and it's her first time having a phone, and these kids on there is like crazy. You feel me? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody basically said in like some little app or something, one of their little group chat apps or something, from some kid from school told her to kill herself. You feel me? And her mom seen it and made a huge deal. Hit the parents, and it was. But my daughter, she wasn't really tripping like that. She was like, hey, it's just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
she,
Because
you
she
know,
was raised
yeah,
right. That's why. She like, what?
yeah,
But that's how, kids don't take it like that. Not all the kids, Some kids might take it and be like, well, okay. And then take out that action because some kids don't know.
yeah. Fact. So
That's important.
we was tripping though. We tripping like
Yeah.
don't ever say, you know what I'm saying? Get
Oh,
this.
I feel you.
And, it's her first time having a phone, so it was like we was then gonna take away the phone, but it's like, damn, you can't hold her back. She got to be able to
She has
know how to
experience.
adapt. Yeah, basically that's where it came from. Like, it was a counter for that. Like, it was just a reassurance for Brielle to, like, look, I'm gonna kill yourself. I'm telling you, we love ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself.
Right. Yes,
Like,
I love
yeah,
that. That's amazing. She has to
yeah, it's
hear
real.
that, and it's great to hear from her dad because that's where a young girl really needs to hear it from. Love yourself.
Yeah,
Like all throughout my life, my dad told me like he never would let us be like into makeup and stuff. He'd be like, no, you're beautiful. You don't need that.
right.
Like love yourself. And so
Yeah, yeah. It's that
that's
frequency. It's just that frequency. And I just made the logo. I ended up making the logo and like put it on a shirt, and it was like, oh shit, that shit kind of stick. You know what I mean? And
that's
then I
powerful.
put it on the hoodie. I gave her the hoodie. You feel me? Everybody loved it. Like, and then I made the face mask with it. It just was started getting. It just started growing. And then I made the song. You know what I'm saying? I had all the hoodies and all the t-shirts in the studio. I had them all spread out all across the whole studio. I had like 3 t-shirts and like 3 hoodies spread out. You can ask Tuck, my engineer, man. Man, it was a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I made that hit record. And it's just been on ever since. Like, that's the vibe. Like, that's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on. We pushing this. I got some crew necks coming with the joggers. Like the whole, outfit with the face mask to match. You was actually the first one to really investigate and cop one of the Love Yourself prototype t-shirts. That was before
Yeah,
I had
so I
the
have
bulk.
my little story too because I have a campaign and it's called the Self-Love Campaign. So immediately when I seen that, and I didn't even say nothing to you because I'll be in my own little world, but immediately I was like, I already know I'm getting one of those for the Self-Love Campaign. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, that was really touching to me because, a lot of people like they don't really advocate for self-love, but that's how you can't even go the next day over if you didn't take a moment to love yourself. So I feel that whole thing, like I'm so with that self-love, like that's
yeah.
the only thing
And
you
it's
do.
no way you dice it, no way you slice it. Self-love, love yourself, love, just it's all, we need it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need as much as we can. And because it's just unbalanced out here right now. It's a lot of hate, a lot of self-hate going on, and it's been exposing. This song and this t-shirt and shit is exposing people to me. Like, it's showing me who really does hate themselves. Like, because
Right.
I don't feel it. I can see if you just like, nah, that's not my color, or what I mean. But if you really just don't like you really just can't find nothing good about, then you hate yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's really, it's, think about what you want your kids to be on. Like, would you want them to wear that, or would you want them to wear hate yourself? You know what I'm saying? You got to think deeper,
Yeah, so those are very powerful statements. And I love the story behind it. To know the story makes it even more of like, okay, well, Brielle, come on, we got you, girl. Look, we're gonna be wearing your shirts.
Yeah.
Shoot. Talk about kill yourself. That's what's up. Because I was gonna actually, that's one of the notes in the interview questions that I had was your girl dad. And so I wanted you to talk about that and how you balance being that and, you wear a lot of hats. So you're a producer.
Yeah.
You are a clothing designer.
Yeah.
You produce product. You got hand sanitizer, rolling trays,
Yeah.
like. So how do you balance and your family man? So how do you balance your family? You being a girl dad and everything else? Like, how do you balance?
Honestly, take it day by day, because it's like I said, I just turned 30. All this shit was going on in my 20s at the same time where I'm still like, kind of hyphy and shit. I'm still trying to kind of have fun and shit. So if I would have took it, more like if I would have been at the mindset I have now, back then, it would have already been, taken off. And it's like basically the balance is knowing what you're doing, what you're moving for. And like at the end of the day, all this rolling tray, face mask, t-shirt, it's all to feed my family and hopefully, create a corporation with our last name, and our grandkids don't gotta work no more. Like it's all for that. Like it's all, every move gotta be, for the tribe really. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the balance. Like the time you sacrifice away from your kid or your family, it has to be so fucking worth it. You know what I mean? It has to be like you really putting in some work. Like you got to put in work, and it's shit. You're going to lose money too until you feel me? Until it pop, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you got to be able to, I'm a boss, take a loss, Like that's what we talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Bossing up is like you paying the cost. Like.
I mean, you can't even stop. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, you can't even stop.
You can take your time, but you cannot stop. And that's how it all comes together, is you keep doing it consecutively. Like keep going.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to bring it home to hitta3times.com, where we all have a safe place, what I'm saying, to gather. And, even with like turning it into like a spot where other Black businesses can sell on. They can sell on my website too, Like that's kind of my goal with it. I'm starting off with just me, but then my cuz, slow motion, no motion, he got the whole line. So why not throw his shit on there? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep creating really. That's all I'm really on, like, until something really pop,
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to so hitta3times.com is like, it's a safe place. It's somewhere where we could bring ideas and like hopefully create some type of like, counselings and, outings for the kids, beach cleanups, feed the homeless type things, real, gatherings and events and shit like that where we can all, because we've done something like that before. We fed the homeless in Vallejo one time and gave backpacks and school supplies to kids in Vallejo, and a lot of the local businesses donated money for that. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't really hurt your pockets. You could donate a good amount that ain't gonna hurt yourself, but if everybody donates at one time, so and really just execute it, like really go out and give it to them hand by hand. Like we're not giving it to whatever other organizations that can cut and what I mean. So if anybody listening out there, man, if you're trying to be a part of something like that and you're trying to grow on some, nonprofit or whatever, like however we got to do it, I got to get the business together. But if you know about that, tap in, you know what I'm saying? Hitta3times.com, man. Come work with us, man. Like come build, you know what I'm saying?
I feel it. So community, that was also a point. But you spoke for that. So it's all about bringing forth the truth. We are kings and queens. We need to be building together. It needs to be a safe place, because it's not about hating. It's all about love. Okay. Right. And I think that the more awareness behind it, the more that people will understand, and they would want to, pitch in and give help. Because are you trying to base this? Is it like just the Bear, or is it just Vallejo, or?
Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is worldwide shit right here. This is Jamaica. You know what I mean? This is Africa, China. This is Europe. This is international. The Philippines. You know what I'm saying? I was just at a party the other night. Who my cousin's wife is Filipino. And so it was, it was her family there and shit. And they was telling me they love this. You know what I'm saying? They love it. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, it just feels good to just be like, yeah, you kind of did create something that people can't really deny,
Right. It's true. This is true. Like, Like
It feels
self-love is
good.
truth. Like if more people
Yeah.
knew that self-love is truth, the whole world will be better.
Yeah. For real. And it's up to us. I mean, we the kings and queens of this earth now. We in our prime. You know what I'm saying? We obviously are the ones. It's like we have to create it. We have to create the reality that we want. And I just wanna shout out to Winter Miller art. You know what I'm saying? I think her Instagram is Winter Miller Art or something like that. You can find her all over my page though. She has been creating most of this the artwork, the board in it, the ice water. That's the project that the Love Yourself is on. You know what I'm
That's dope.
saying? Yeah, she's dope. You know what I mean? She's credible black woman, you know what I'm saying? Huge afro, super creative, all that shit is from scratch, you know what I'm saying? She do it in her sleep. So it's like, gotta shout her out because that's part of the reason why this shit take, you know what I mean, going up. It's like I got key
Right.
players,
And
you know what I
that
mean?
also ties back into you saying, talk about the tribe, because you got somebody in the tribe that sees vision, because not everybody's
Yeah,
gonna see the vision, but it do be some people that be right there like the whole time, and you be like, bro, it's good whenever whenever something
yeah,
happen.
yeah, for real.
you know
It's
that's
uh it's crazy, but we gonna call out to them, you know. Anybody that draws and do some artwork out there, if you listen to this, tap in, man. Hit it 3times.com. Got a job for you. Like I'm paying graphic designers like crazy right now because all this, all the artwork and shit. It's like, you gotta pay. You gotta pay if you want it done and done the right way when you want it done. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from it. Pay people, man. Pay them what they worth. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving and hopefully they maybe lower the price in the future because they like how you do business. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's all about the potential business, So
Facts. People really don't understand that building the bond, being
mhm.
communication, like you have to kind of like build your relationships. That's the
Right,
basis of everything. So
right.
I feel that, and that's what the community also needs to see happening, because sometimes the community feel like they're getting left out, but everything, all the ideas you just mentioned, counseling, beach cleanup, like I never heard of somebody actually just do it. You think of
Yeah,
it, but so it would be great to see something like that come forward, so that
right.
the future generations can see, the current
Yeah,
generation is doing it. Because when they see us doing it, of course, all they're doing right now is mimicking.
yeah, exactly. And they're gonna take it to the next level. We gotta break down the door. If we take all the kids out to the beach, like fucking this weekend, and have it make a barbecue everything, and then we just cleaning up the beach, we feeling good. We helping save. Like that's a good ass day. Them kids ain't gonna never forget that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna instill in their brain that let's look, man. You got to do something good for the earth, like especially if you're winning. If God is blessing you, you gotta give. You know what I mean? You gotta give it to other people and even the animals. I don't give a fuck if it's what I'm saying. Like be kind to people, man. Especially if you're getting blessed, and it's you gotta sometimes you just the chosen one. Not everybody just gets rich and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like God picks who's the one that he's gonna bless because he knows that they're gonna give it out to everybody around them. Everybody's gonna eat if I bless him. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's gonna funnel it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you gotta
Yeah.
be the chosen one for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of people are ready to step up into that place. But I mean,
Yeah,
when you are the chosen, you don't have a choice. You gotta do it. Shit, you have
yeah.
no
And
choice.
that's exactly that when you feel like you ain't got no choice, that's when you the one.
Right. Like the visions, they be fucking with you. You be like, damn, it's really me.
Right,
Well,
right.
gotta put on my combat boots and get it done. You feel me?
Yeah, gotta get it done. It's like we soldiers out here, like real life. And I want to shout out to D, my boy D, the Don section, man, the Don, because this the shit me and him talk about every time I talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an hour of talking about straight. You know what I'm saying? This topic. You know what I'm saying? So Anybody need to, tap in and then they're find themselves or help, tap in with the Don section, man. You know what I'm saying? Real king shit. You know what I mean? That's definitely helped me over the years develop, what I'm saying, who grow. You need them friends, you need them real woke friends. At least one in the crew. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna always bring it home to the culture and what you really need to do as a man, and gonna hold you accountable to it too. So yeah, man, shout out to D, man.
All right. So I wanted you to elaborate on that king shit. So what inspired that, and just give a little background on like your process for that.
Yeah, I feel like king shit is like the definition of it to me is you the king of your tribe, you the king of your family. You know what I mean? And it's really simple. You're the one that's gonna, protect the family. You're the new grandpa. You're gonna be grandpa one day and like have your whole, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be preparing for that. And I feel like those are the kings of the family, right? That's who really you get your real game from, you know.
The men.
And
The
yeah.
men are the ones who are supposed to tell you and guide you and get the food for you, and
Right, right. So honestly it's a mentality that I've been holding on to. And like I mentioned before, D is very into like kings and just that topic, you know what I mean? So this is what we talk about all the time. These are our conversations. This is kings. Like we niggas say that shit all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I had to stamp it, came up with the logo, put it on a shirt. Shit was kind of hard. I was like, all right, I got to do the song. And basically, I start off with my dad. Daddy told me always work for yourself. Mama said pray to God for some help. To this day, my mom is super religious, and like I said in the beginning of the interview, my dad always told me to work for yourself, never work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like one of the main memories I have of my pops. You know what I'm saying? And he passed away like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? November. Damn near like right before Nipsey Hussle died. You know what I'm saying? Like a month before. And it was a really hard time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he was the king of the family, I had lost my grandpa 6 months before that, which is my mom's dad, which was another main king of the family. Like, these are the guys, who's really holding the tribe down. And it was just like, it turned into, you ain't got no choice but to step up, you know what I'm saying? And be the king. Either you going to let it fall, you know what I'm saying? And let it be, you know what I mean? And let these women just, not have no, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of women in my family. It's more aunties and little nieces and shit than anything, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had to step up, man. I really had to step up. Like, it was real, I had to tell my mom, like, everything's going to be all right, you know what I'm saying? Like right after my pops passed, like, I don't even know what happened. Like, he just didn't wake up, you know what I'm saying? It was just hella early in the morning. He just never woke up. Like they had to. It's the coldest memories taking him out the house and all that shit. And like these mortuary people, they put him on the. I had to help them put him up there because he's kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying? Take his wedding ring off, give it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a real thing. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a real. That's why part of the reason I took a break and shit. I had to get back and repurpose and regather and figure out what I'm doing this shit for. Like what it's like I'm either gonna stop doing this shit or it's gotta align with my new purpose now, which is being the king, being holding up the tribe, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically the mentality that got me through the past 2 years was always calling myself a king every day, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for Brielle, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for Brielle's kids, I'm doing this for, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody that deserves it. And so that's what king shit only means, man. It's a song about my story, how I grew up. Like my mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, who was also married, you know what I'm saying, my whole life. And started off in Lakeview. It used to be a black-owned gas station on the street, right on the, like, really like two houses down, right on the end of the block. His name was Scarborough, you know what I'm saying? And he talk hella shit, you know what I'm saying? To go there get gas, you know what I'm saying? All the time, we talking shit. And then just slowly but surely, he just, I ain't got no gas. I ain't got no gas. That's all I remember is he started not having gas.
Damn.
He started not having gas and shit. We pulling up trying to get gas. He like, I ain't got no gas. And it just started slowing down. And then eventually, like, he sold it to, like, somebody else. And it's like a mechanic shop. My grandpa sold that house. There was a black-owned grocery store up the street. The barbershop was black-owned. And I owned that barbershop. He owned a grocery store around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a real black-owned neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knew each other.
Basically, that's your vision.
Yes.
See that, and that's what I want to see. That's what we all should want to see. It used to be that way. Even in Vallejo, it used to be nothing but us. You feel me? So
that's what I'm saying. Like, some people
you crave that.
Yeah, I crave it. Like, we talk about it. Like, me and my big cousins and shit, all we talk about is, oh, remember Miss Lee, remember the gas station, remember going up the street doing, you know, it's like, that's our real childhood of, like,
right,
black ownership. Like, he was owning shit around that motherfucker. My dad's telling me don't work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and you see that,
that's where,
and you're like, I could do this one day. Like, that's the vision that we haven't been able to offer our children, is that option to see, like, you walking down the street and you're good. You can walk down the corner. You can walk from South Vallejo to North Vallejo, come back, and you're good. Because it was about the youth. But now, it's just all, it seems like there's no hope to the turmoil, but we got to be the hope. And so that's what you're saying, your king shit. That's what that kind of reflects to me.
Yeah, I really just leave it up for however anybody can take it. You know, it's a positive thing. So if you feel it, and you can apply it to however however that fits in your life. And you know, I just feel like I've seen it before. I've seen the black economic, you know, at least fucking neighborhood in Lakeview, you know what I'm saying, in San Francisco. So that was for sure my vision of it. Like, and I'm like, okay, I didn't drove to Hollister and did shows. I did a show out in Hollister one time. It was like a graduation party. So it was like 2 hours away. Then by like Santa Cruz or something. It was like 2 hours away somewhere. And the dude that hired us for the fucking show, it was in a court. You know what I'm saying? He lived right there. His brother lived next door. His other brother lived across the street. His sister was right here. His mama was right there. He had some other nephews right down here. The whole court was their whole street. It was, nobody lived on that court but their family. Blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, real bloodline. Like, and I remember him telling us that shit, and we just all looked at each other like, bruh, you should hear that? Like, they bought the block.
That's how you gotta do it, really. That's how you do it. We're gonna buy some land and build everybody a house. Right. And, you know, I'll see you when
parties. They was throwing parties, living it up. That's
the goal.
So that's another example. I seen the Migos doing, you know what I mean? Like, that was, was dope. They was Mexican, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so that was another example when they took us in, and it was hella fun. That was one of the best, you know, and paid us and everything, you know what I mean? So, but I always remembered that. I was like, man, just bought the block, bro. Like, they got the whole court. You can't even come down this court. Like, that's some 80s shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like some old back in the day, like, and you just got the whole block. Like, come on. So, yeah. Hey, so I see you got a store, a boutique, don't you?
I do have a brand, a design brand. My sister, she actually started off doing fanny packs. So
Yeah.
she taught herself how to sew, and she started making her own fanny packs. So we have fanny packs, and then she designed bathing suits and active wear.
Okay.
That's coming. And then
I could have sworn I see some sunglasses and shit.
Yeah, sunglasses, fantasy class sun. It's a whole bunch of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I prefer to work in silence because everybody gonna have something to say, and I don't have time for that. I'd rather just did that and be like, there you go, boo boo.
Yeah. They be preying on your downfall. It's like J. Cole said that if they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot them down, you know? And it's like, it's hard because I talk too much, you know what I'm saying? So I'll fuck around and tell my dreams and shit fucking just in the circle or just around when I'm, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, you're doing what I just said I was going to, you feel me? So it's like, now it's like I got to call shit out on first go, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stamp shit. As soon as I come with the love yourself, I gotta stamp it. I gotta own it. You know what I mean? As soon as I come with the king shit, I gotta stamp it. I gotta own it. I gotta tell the story behind it. I gotta let them know, like, nah, dude, nobody else really made this up. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my battery in my back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I appreciate you doing this, you know, giving me a platform or just some time to really just get my shit off about, you know what I mean? Because I just be feeling like I need to get it out there so people know that, you know, it's genuine, it's authentic behind this shit. You know, it's like people don't really know me like that because I'm low key. You know what I mean? I'm super low key. I don't fucking be at parties and be at, you know, I used to perform and shit, but that was like, you know what I'm saying, 5 years ago and shit. So now all these, you know, I'm just here to help, man. Like anybody needs some, you know, some game or so if I could point you in the right direction, man, you need to know how to do some shit, you know, music or clothing wise, like hit me, bro. Like it ain't even no, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not hiding nothing, bro. They hit it all for me all them years. And I finally, you feel me, and crack this shit. And niggas around me is cracking it. I'm back.
All right,
I'm back, baby.
Now I want you to just spit all of your handles. So all of your Instagrams, go ahead and drop those real quick.
Okay. It's Hitta 3 times basically for the Instagram and the Twitter, HITTA 3XS, and then Hitta 3 times clothing is where you can stay updated with all the drops and the sizes that's available. You can DM. Hitta3times.com will be up by the time you probably release this. You know what I'm saying? And you can, you know, order everything there. Hitta3timesbeats.com is also coming on the way. I still sell beats. I'm still active on the beats. You know what I mean? I'm building the store so that it's, you know, I ain't trying to deal with all these DMs no more. I'm trying to just have that shit set up.
Like, generated.
Yeah, like I got to scale up in this motherfucker. So, yeah, what else? What else we got? Slow Motion Clothing. Slow Motion Clothing. Y'all check that out. That's at Slow Motion. You know what I'm saying? With the hyena on it and shit. That shit raw. He got like spaghetti straps for women and shit. Tank tops. You know, he's going in that. He got some new shit. Who else got some shit? Yeah, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit it 3 times. You feel me? Because this really for the website. You know what I'm saying? Just so people know, like, you know, what they buying into. Like, you know what I mean? It's just going straight back into the business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to really tribe, okay?
Right.
Some meaning behind these things, and people don't realize you expose yourself when you put something out and it's not authentic. You anyone could just put anything out, you know what I'm saying? But when there's something behind it, like a greater purpose that serves everybody, not just you, everybody, the tribe, that's where a lot of people are mistaken, because you can't get nowhere, I'm telling you, without that team. That's the team.
I know that for a fact. Like, you know, if you got 5 people in your crew that's willing to put down $1,000, now you got a 5,000 order $5,000 order to put down on anything instead of just putting 5,000 out of your fucking, you know what I'm saying, savings and shit. Everybody just drop 1,000 and they get, you know what I'm saying, 20% back on the ROI return. You know what I mean? It's easier with it's called corporation for a reason. I just seen somebody say that. I think it was like, I forgot who said it, but it's called corporation for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it really does take a team. Like,
definitely. I know,
so thank you again, man, for everything. You know what I'm saying? When you dropping that one?
I'm trying to wait until I'm finished with my audiobook.
Okay.
I dropped my
Okay.
audiobook.
I wasn't even supposed to. We leaking too much now. You got some shit on the way.
Hold on. Edit that out real quick. Nah. That's for the bloopers. But I wanted to ask one last question. And I just, you know, from the interview and everything that someone could take away from the interview, what do you want people to, you know, just get and know about Hitta? Like, let's say this is the first time browsing this page and they arrive to your website and they're just randomly browsing. They land on your page. What do you want them to know? And I mean, it could be like a sentence or two. It doesn't even have to be much.
Yeah. Honestly, just to sum it up, like, man, it ain't over till it's over. You feel me? Don't ever just think that, like, oh, when you fell off or you're having a bad, it's only a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't over until it's really over. Like, get your fucking ass up and start one by one. I didn't start it with just hella fucking boxes of clothes and face masks and hand sanitizers. Well, nah, I had to go get one T-shirt made. You know what I'm saying? I had to go get one of these made. This was the first one. And before that, we had SON a few years ago, but that's when it was going through, you know what I'm saying? And we had to jump back up. You know, you got to get it again. But you got to start one by one, man. Don't look at it as like a whole, you know, like, don't look at the whole thing at all the way. Just slow motion. Like, this is what my cousin be talking about. Slow motion is better than no motion. He's not saying, oh, just move slow motion like a turtle and don't get fast money. They're not saying that. He's saying, look, if you try to go out there and just invest your whole pot onto this shit and just move hella fast pace and try to jump in, then you're going to fall flat on your face eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow motion. Go one by one. Turn one into two, two into four, four into eight. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you listen, I hope you understand that, because it was kind of a little bit everywhere, but
right.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Start somewhere, man.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And invest in other Black business too. That's another key.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just be out here like, oh no, support my Black business. Nah, you need to be going and getting other joggers and other T-shirts and they shit too, bro.
Purpose, because you know, like,
yeah,
a lot of people don't know, but majority of everything that I do is Black owned, and these
right.
people that I know, so I'm not worried. I'm chilling.
It's a beautiful thing because we able, you know, and that's our generation that's making that happen.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much again for.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate it.
Of course, and I'll be in touch.
Okay. This turned out actually better than I thought. Like, what I was asking for was like, you know, I didn't even think it was going to be this great, but this was like, I needed this. Like, this was for sure.
Yes, definitely. I gotta utilize my skills somehow. I done graduated. I'm like, okay, let's figure it out. You know, this is what I love to do. I also have my own family business. It's Cosmic Entertainment, which is a entertainment business specializing in digital marketing and promotional marketing for talent promotion. And we also do music production as well. So this is one of the things that we do. We do business spotlight and talent spotlight, and we interview people and we give people a platform to show their businesses or give some, you know, motivational work, whatever they need. So this is great that we can collab, and this won't be the end. So I'll be in touch, and I got you this weekend with that.
Right on, right on. Thank you.
All right.
Have a great night.
You too. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.